Welcome back to the Cake Dish Podcast, y'all. I interviewed this lady a whole 3 years ago.
Yes, it's been so long.
Big LaRue from Now That's TV. What is up, lady?
Just, living, grinding, chasing it, same shit from 3 years ago in a different font. That's it.
So, for people who not familiar with Now That's TV, not familiar with the show, like how was life a little bit before you started this reality TV journey?
I'm a 90s baby, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up on the Bad Girls Club, the Real World, Jersey Shore, fucking Charm School, all those different type of things. So I like was always a reality TV connoisseur, and I was like always a fan of Jocelyn, and she did the cabaret, which introduced the world to Big Legs. You know what I'm saying? Like life before reality TV was just normal. I was just a normal girl. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, and I really just tried some shit. Like, I liked Jocelyn's show. I liked Lex on the show, and I heard she was having her own event. And me and my best friend, we actually drove from Orlando to Atlanta for the first ever Baddie Olympics. We actually drove, and I ended up making it on the show. Like, we really was just going for the experience, not
Right.
necessarily thinking that I was gonna make it or she was gonna make it, but we went for the experience, and I actually made the show, and I just been thugging with Now That's TV ever since.
That's lit. I remember the Baddie Olympics. I
I
remember.
do too. I think that's when we first met.
Yes, like
Yes.
my cousin actually went to the Baddie Olympics. It was like a huge thing at the time.
Yes.
So
Line wrapped around the building. Like that was an epic day. And I don't know, it just changed my life. That day actually changed my life.
I love that. So okay, so you get we know you from Big Lex Baddies collection, obviously.
Mhm.
So you get on there. How was it just being in a house full of girls? Because that was your first experience doing
Mhm.
like that. So was it everything that you thought it was gonna be, or how was that for you?
So my first experience filming was it was different. It definitely was something different, something new for me, but it was something that I could easily adapt to. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a situation that I could easily adapt to just because of my childhood, things that I have been through in my life. You know what I'm saying? Kind of prepared me for this moment. Like
Right.
being in a house full of girls, like yeah, I've been to like group homes, different like programs and stuff like that when I was a teenager. So um, it was different for me. Like being in front of the camera is it's not as easy as a lot of people
Right.
think it is. So I think that was the hardest part was actually being in front of the camera. But my interactions with the girls, good or bad, like that's just something that like I could, I was already kind of like accustomed to it.
So I know you kind of have a background in dancing a little bit.
Hmm.
You feel like what was harder, the strip dealing with the girls in the strip club or dealing with the girls in the house?
Honestly, they kind of like running one in the same, but I'm gonna have to give it to the reality TV girls. And the only reason why I'm gonna give it to them is because when that red dot come on,
Uh-huh.
bitches all of a sudden got a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like versus in a strip club, if something happened, it's about one or two things. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Right.
many reasons why strippers get into it at the workplace, but on Now That's TV, everybody come in with a point to prove, and everybody want to be a heavy hitter and this, that, and the third. I don't come from that. And I'm glad you brought that up because it's like that's where I'm different with it when it comes down to like the fights and stuff on Now That's TV. Like, I don't care win, lose, or draw. For me, it's about standing on my business. Like standing up for myself or standing up for what I believe in. And that's what it is in a strip club. They don't care. Like, it's not about who beat who ass and all of that. It's about, oh, they got out there about that bag or they got out there about whatever it was they got out there about.
Right.
So I don't know. I feel like the reality TV girls is more so about who's the best fighter. They don't care about a person who got heart or a person who stand up for themselves. It's literally about who a heavy hitter or who,
So
fight the hardest.
did you think it was gonna be that much fighting? Like when you entered the house, did you think like, damn? these girls going at it every day, or did you kind of already expect that?
So the casting process for Big Lex Baddie Collection, it took a while.
Okay.
So we was kind of familiar with each other.
Okay.
Um, no shade. I feel like Big Lex Baddie Collection season 2 started the whole on site. I feel like
Yeah.
we created that
Yeah.
for the network. Before that, season 1 of Big Lex Betty show was not like that. Isaiah show, they did have on-site fades, but it was more so because it was street stuff that was going on.
Gotcha.
So Big Lex Betty Collection season 2 was the first show on Now That's TV that had on-site fades as soon as you walk in the door from Instagram beef, we'll just call it.
Right.
So that I did expect those fades. There were some that I wasn't expecting.
Okay. Which ones were you not expecting?
Okay, so I was not expecting to fight Huckleberry. Okay.
Yeah.
Huckleberry caught me completely off guard
Yeah.
with the whole notion of wanting to fight me. And I've had a conversation with Huckleberry since then. Me and Huckleberry did a movie together, also on Now That's TV, called The Joyride. And so on set, we had a conversation, and she basically said to me at that time, like, hey, I was just riding for a friend that's not even a friend anymore. I never really had like a issue with you, but I did have beef with her homegirl at the time, which was Fetty.
Gotcha.
So at that moment when that situation happened, like at this point, I'm thinking like all the OGs is gonna come in and fight me now because
Right.
they all together from the previous show, and I knew I was fighting Fetty, but I wasn't expecting to have a issue with Huckleberry or Slim. So Huckleberry did catch me off guard.
Mhm.
I wasn't expecting to fight say Hannah. And I wasn't expecting for Queen D to be there. So I didn't expect to fight Queen D either. But all of the other phase I had was
Mhm.
accounted for. Can
Oh, you on
I
her?
smoke on here?
Yeah, yeah, knock yourself out.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm gonna roll while we talking then. Okay.
Yeah, go for it. So you and Huckleberry, y'all reconcile. Is there anyone else from Big Lex Betty Collection, your season that you have reconciled with?
I'm not a grudge holder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I did Big Lex Betty Collection in what that was 2022. It's been years. And
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just in a different place now.
Mhm.
So I feel like things that I was carrying on doing, mind you, with every year that has passed, I've gotten older, like everybody
Right.
else do. So it's like some of the shit that I was doing back then, I just don't see that for myself. I don't have beef with nobody from Big Legs Betty Collection. I had a conversation with Say Hannah also. Me and Say Hannah beef kind of lingered on for a long time. And I think both of us just got to a point like Say Hannah grown as fuck too. I'm grown as fuck. She got a kid, I got a kid. You know what I'm saying? So I think like over time, both of us just got to a point where we didn't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
She made her return back to TV for Greek Life.
Mm.
And I felt like she did a great job. Like I enjoyed being able to watch Say Hannah again from the first time. And I commented that on a blog page and she saw it. So I did see Say Hannah in New York City when we was filming BBO. They came out to the club. And I wouldn't say we had a conversation, but she did acknowledge that, hey, I saw your comment. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. You doing your big one, bitch. And we kind of hugged and we just left it at that. So it's like the girls from Big Legs Batty Collection, none of that beef was that serious for me to still be beefing with them today. Even me and Brown Bone Bella made up long time ago. Me and Brown Bone Bella made up. She was also on the academy with me. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of squashed our issues there.
I no, I love that you said that because, like you said, it has been 3 years. Like, and y'all
Mm-hmm.
are very grown. Y'all are moms.
Mm-hmm.
So now we kind of on this new cast. Everybody kind of found themselves on a new cast.
Mm-hmm.
Did the academy, so now we on BBO. I don't want to talk about BBO because BBO is just BBO.
BBO is lit, okay?
BBO is lit. It seems like more girls this time around, or am I tripping? I feel like it's more.
It's not. I wouldn't say it's more girls because
Okay.
Big Lex had a huge cast.
It is.
I would say it was equal about. I think it was 18 girls on Big Lex cast, and it was about
Okay.
20 girls on BBO cast. But
Okay.
that's just like with any cast. Like I do feel like 20 girls is too many girls for a cast. I do. But I also feel like when you think about it, you're going to have maybe 5 to 7 main characters. You're going to have maybe 5 to 7 girls who sprinkle themselves in from time to time. And then you're going
Right.
to have the wallflowers, the bitches that just catch the background and don't really get no camera time. So I
Okay.
feel like you need 20 girls to be able to find your people. You're not going to know who until you get them amongst a group, because somebody might be a big personality, but then they get around bigger personalities and they fade away.
Got you. Got you. Yes, it is a lot of them. And we're gonna talk about, who you think falls in what category. But BBO kind of sees you and Big Lex reunite.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of tension between the two of y'all on this show. In your own opinion, where do you feel like y'all went so wrong with one another between Big Lex Body Collection and BBO?
So I feel like that Lex was always just intimidated by my presence. Okay, it's hard to explain when you're not there, but Big Lex Batty Collection. Let's go back there for a second, right?
Okay.
I got into a fight with Fetty, the
Yeah.
viral slam that everybody always fucking bring up. Will never let me live down. That stemmed from behind Big Lex. Okay, me and Fetty, like I said, the cast was familiar with each other. I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible because it's really a deep ass like story behind this, but I'm gonna try to keep it simple. Okay, so
Okay.
before filming, the cast knew who everybody was.
Okay.
um I was getting cool with the OGs. Like I'm at the time I was thinking about it like, okay, they did this already. I'm new to this. Maybe I can learn a thing or two from them. Me and Fatty called ourselves being cool. We used to chop it up on the phone.
Mhm.
I got into it with Fatty friend,
Mhm.
somebody who's not on now that's TV at all. We
Gotcha.
got into an argument in the comments. Me not knowing that was Fetty friend. Fetty kind of addressed me about it. And shit just went left between me and Fetty at that point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, Fetty was recording my phone calls, and I was talking about the other girls that was casted for the show.
Oh wow.
But when I was talking about them bitches, you was talking about Big Lex. Let's be very fucking clear. At
Right.
this point,
It was a
I
little
don't
more.
know Big Lex.
Got you. Okay.
I don't know her. I know her from watching her on TV.
Right.
So you done been in this girl personal space. You telling me her personal business. Now, this is where my problem comes in with Lex, right?
Okay.
I feel like if you, for example, Precious, right? If me and you have never hung out, but we have a mutual friend, and I come back and I say, oh, Precious, she said that last Tuesday you had on a red wig and you streaked in the middle of the street.
Yes.
Whole time the wig was blue. Whole
Right.
time the wig was
Right.
blue.
Right.
But you know this happened. You know the other day you had on a colorful wig and you went streaking
Right.
in the middle of the street. You know that. I got one little thing off because I was misled or misinformed or
Okay.
whatever the case may be. And she knew what I was saying was true, basically.
Okay.
Moral to that example is Lex knew that what I said that Fetty was saying, it might not have been 100% accurate because it's word of mouth. I'm getting it from a third party, but you knew that this girl was talking about you and you knew she said something about you to me, and I don't know you from a can of paint.
Mhm.
Lex was too scared to stand on that business with Fetty, so I had to. You
Got
understand what I'm saying? And that's why I don't respect Lex anymore at this point, because I feel like this, right? I took that shit on the chin, Lex. I
Mhm.
did not parade around to the world like, oh, me and Fetty is fighting because she was talking shit about Lex, and I told Lex.
Mhm.
That's where the issue came from. Fetty was mad with me because I went back and told Lex what she had been saying about her. You let Fetty carry on like I was a liar.
Mm.
They still call me LaRue. You let that narrative carry on for so long, you never corrected it when you know, just as well as I know, that
Right.
that girl was talking shit about you.
Right.
So it made me see her in a different light.
So is that all of that was kind of lingering during the lingerie party when she rated you a two, and then y'all kind of was that kind of why that scene just went so left between y'all two on BBO?
No, Lex also like, okay, I'm a stripper too. I support the naked hustle. Shout out to all my dancers,
Girl.
304s, whatever, all my get money girls. Shout out to all
Yeah.
my get money girls. But when you come from that type of lifestyle, it kind of like make your brain like, I don't know. Lex is delusional in a way. Like I feel like that was stemming from her. I can't really say that, but I think you following me. I think you know what I'm talking about. But Lex thought something about me that wasn't true. And I feel like that just stemmed from her past, her background, my past, my background. You think a bitch can't do nothing without fucking for it, or you know what I'm saying? Because that's just what you used to. You're not used to seeing somebody give you something just because you worked hard for it, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you used your brain, you actually stepped up. Like, I feel like I definitely elevated with the network. I feel like with each show that I have done, I have showed some type of growth, some type of elevation. That's a reason for them to call me back. I don't have to be screwing nobody to get a call back. But she don't only do that with me though. She do that with everybody. Anybody that went further beyond past her show, she feel like, oh, they must be doing some side quest to get what the fuck they're getting. So I think that was her energy
Okay.
at the lingerie party. But my energy with her was stemming from what I said before about the Fetty situation. Like, you let the world play me and you didn't stand up for me. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be big boss, Big Lex.
Right.
Even if you would have checked Fetty, you should have been able to check Fetty and Fetty stay in her place. You get what I'm saying? Like, you let all of this shit happen to me. You're not no boss. For real. You're not big bad Lex, how you put yourself. You little sad Lex. You're not big bad Lex. So that's where my energy came from. Her energy came from a different place.
Got you. Okay. So if there, well, we know that a third season of Big Lex Battery Collection is going to come. So would you go on there it when the season starts casting for it? Would you do a third season of Big Lex Battery Collection?
No, I wouldn't do a third season of Big Lex Betty Collection. And it's not because of our situation or what we went through. I just feel like I have grown past Big Lex Batty Collection. Like when I did Big Lex Batty Collection, I was what, 22, 23. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in a totally different place in my life and I just don't see Big Lex Batty Collection for me. Like for in a better in a like, you know, in a better way, I could say it like, okay, when I was doing Big Lex Baddie Collection, we was calling her the baddie coach. You get what I'm saying? Like, she the bad bitch coach. Like, a bitch can't coach me, teach me a motherfucking thing at this point. So it's like, no, I don't see myself doing Big Lex Baddie Collection again. I'll show up as a special guest and, you know, breathe life into the girls, but
Right.
cast that, I don't see that for me.
Okay. So back to our new cast, BBO.
Mhm.
You're doing great on BBO. I was just watching a
Thank you.
I was watching a preview for the part two, and you and Alexis are gonna kind of get it. So I can't wait for that scene to be.
Yes, I'm ready for that to play out. I hate when they drop the trailer and they show like a couple seconds and people don't understand the context because context is important.
Yeah,
So people don't understand the context of the conversation. So I'm ready for everything to play out, but I'm loving BBO as well.
you're doing a phenomenal job on there, and
Thank
I
you.
know we kind of talked about the wallflowers and things like that.
Mhm.
So, who would you say right now, having done part one, who is kind of your favorite on the show so far, aside from yourself, of course?
Aside from myself, as a viewer,
Mhm.
my favorite person on the show is Mommy Gianni.
Why is this? She's funny. Well,
I love Mommy G. Like,
yeah,
I just love Mommy G. I can't like be mad at it. Like Mommy G is me in fucking Spanish. Like I love Mommy G. Like she's just so funny. She's so full of life. Yes, she's crazy, but she also know how to have fun. Like she got a switch, just like the rest of us. She could turn it on. She could turn it off. It's on most of the time. It's on most of the time, but she
it is.
can cut it off and have a good time. She brings comedic relief to the show. She's actually funny. And she will get in the field. She might not be the best fighter, but she will get in the field and handle her business. I got so much love and respect for Mummy G. I'm ready for y'all to see more of her.
Definitely
because she goes up part two. But yes, that's my favorite person watching.
watching. Okay. So least favorite person, or maybe not the least favorite, but who do you feel like is kind of the wallflower doesn't really bring too much to the show, at least not yet.
There was a lot of wallflowers in that house, and I think that's the difference with BBO and the other shows.
Yeah.
It wasn't multiple groups; it was two groups. Either you was a main character or you wasn't.
Gotcha.
So the girls that wasn't main characters, they pretty much like Redbone, no, original Barbie. I can't even remember half of them bitches. Even Gorgeous Doll, like
Yeah.
Gorgeous Doll, played a big part of the show on the internet perspective.
Gotcha.
But actually watching the show, she gave nothing to the show.
Okay.
So a lot of them girls ain't really give nothing to the show, but yeah, that's everybody who's not the main characters was wallflowers. And so I would name the main characters off as myself, Big Lex, Tori, Milan, Blue Jasmine, OG Nia Lee, Sav, and Nicole. Everybody else was pretty much,
Just against the wall in the wind.
yeah, a fly on the wall, enjoying the view, the in person, to get to see it in person before it come out on TV. That's it.
I love that. So I want to go to that scene, one of the elimination scenes,
Mhm.
and the ladies got to fighting on the beach in the sand. Like, how do you feel about that first elimination? Do you feel like it was fair, or some of those ladies should have stayed?
No, I feel like okay, I'm gonna answer twice. So from viewer standpoint, I feel like it was fair. I feel like both the sisters from Dallas and Zen God,
Hmm.
yeah, Zen God.
Yeah.
No, that's
And
not Zen God. That's Mommy Zen.
it
It
was
was two
Jen
Zens.
was sleeping, and people had the problem with her sleeping.
Yes, that's Mommy's
Okay.
in. That's Mommy's in. So okay, so from a viewer standpoint, from me watching the show, I feel like yes, they made the right decision with those three girls. However, from a cast member standpoint, from a standpoint of a person who was there,
Mhm.
I feel like the Dallas sisters could have went home, and
Okay.
I feel like Mommy Zen should have stayed a little bit longer. They should have gave her just a little bit of a chance. I know that she was sleeping and it wasn't giving, but Mommy Zen had a lot of unresolved issues in that house and some exclusive tea. Some exclusive tea.
Uh-oh.
When Blue Jasmine said that somebody stole $4,000 from her,
Mhm.
she was referring to Mommy Zen. When Mommy Zen was eliminated, she grabbed her things and some of Blue Jasmine's too, and she went on about her goddamn way. And she got on that plane and was like, "Oh, counting my money and stuff on her story on Instagram or whatever." So I say all that to say she's a little spicy. She
I,
probably would have bought some shit after she
yeah.
woke up from her nap.
Right.
So,
I
that's just how I
agree.
feel about that. But from a viewer standpoint, yes, they made the right decision.
Yeah, I felt the same way about her. I'm like, she needed a little more time. Like, they didn't really give her a chance
They
to.
didn't. They didn't give her a chance. They
Time.
kicked her off the island because she was tired. But she probably
I
was just
think,
jet lagged. Like they could have
yeah,
gave her another day. They
I
could
think,
have gave her
I
another
think
day.
she did good with another day. Now, we got part two coming out, and I know you can't tell us much, which is fine. But what are you bringing for part two? Like, what's the energy you feel like you want to give for part two for the viewers?
For part two, for the viewers, I want to give like real bitches over bad bitches any day. That's the message I'm sending.
I like that.
Because I feel like being a bad bitch is an aesthetic. You know what I'm saying? It's not really it's like all in your head. You get what I'm saying? Anybody could be a bad bitch. Anybody could go from being a bum to being a bad bitch. It might take some time, but anybody could do that. But being a real bitch have to be in you. So I know like a lot of people feel like I don't fit on the show, but I do feel like I'm the realest bitch in the room when I'm in the room with them bitches. I just feel like I'm the realest bitch in the room and I stamp that and I stand on that. And so that's what I aimed to give. I aimed to keep it real, say what everybody is thinking, stand on business per usual. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We give it up part two. Part two is gonna be good.
Now, wait, I want to go back to something you just said. Why do you feel like people think you don't fit in to, or you don't belong on the cast? Why do you think that? Because I see people going up for you online.
I do. I see people going up for me. You know, you see both. You know, you get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Everybody has their opinions. But I feel like initially people was excited to see me there, kind of like as the underdog. And that already in itself says a lot. Like, why I have to be the underdog? Like, because
Yeah.
I'm a like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, but a lot of people was happy to see me there as an underdog type of vibe. And then after part one came out, the narrative changed a little bit because truthfully and honestly, this Now That's TV. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these girls is new faces to Now That's TV. So I brought the Now That's TV flair and energy. Me and Tori both brought the needed Now That's TV flair and energy to the show. And y'all don't see it on part one, but on part two, you could tell that them bitches was paying attention to the energy we was bringing on part one because they turned it up a notch when they came back for part two. So I don't feel bad about it, but I just feel like they feel like I'm overly aggressive, or they feel like I am different from a lot of those girls, so they feel like I'm more ghetto, for lack of better terms. Like I'm just more trenched out, so they feel like those girls are fragile and like, oh, I'm picking with them because I know I can beat them, basically.
That's what I was trying to get to because I just don't feel like you the underdog. I see you now as kind of like a not as TV OG. You were there
Right.
from the very, very, very beginning, but almost. So it's interesting that you feel like they view you as an underdog. As a viewer, I would kind of view you as a OG. Just
Okay.
watching
I
the
like that
show.
for me.
Yeah, like just watching it. So it's interesting that you feel like that's how the girls receive you or that you're ghetto. I mean, truth be told, everybody get out there. So,
Right.
in everybody, I feel like on the show.
Right. I
But,
feel like, okay, I do get what you're saying, and I am a Now That's TV OG as far as how long I've been in the game
right.
with Now That's TV. But also, it's like the narrative for this show plays a part. These girls got APs, and you know what I'm saying? Like in the room, in the setting that I'm in, like a average girl would be intimidated, but I'm not that type of person. Like I'm solid within myself. So it doesn't bother me. I don't feel out of place, but I could just see, like I'll be reading the comments and I just see what they be chatting about, but it's okay.
But you have other things going on. Like you have your music for one. And I
Yes.
think that's a huge thing. I was listening and I'm like, I know that voice. When I was listening to the show, I'm like, oh, she's on
Right.
the intro.
Intro. Yep.
I love how Not As TV does that with its talent. Like they grow
Right.
from within. So where you trying to take it with the music?
So I'm trying to take the music to the fucking moon. Like my music is my end all be all, so to speak. Like I feel like with Now That's TV, there's a cap to where you can go. And it's not because of the network or anything. I love Now That's TV. You see, I've been loyal, been down with them since the beginning. So I love Now That's TV. It's not them, it's the demographic, it's the fan base, it's the people they serve. You get what I'm saying? The people they serve, they want to see the fights. They want to see bitches' heads get knocked off.
Got you.
And it's only so much of that you could do. Like after I seen Dorelli recently make a post saying that he was offered a job and then they found out he had done Bad Boys, and
All
they
that.
rescinded the offer.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that's everybody's story, but what I'm saying is, even if this was one of those other networks where you get in, even if it was something like that, there's still a cap to this. All of the baddies, for example, they doing bookings. They know, like,
Right.
eventually, I'm not coming back for no seasons. I gotta run it up while I can. I recognize that, and I've recognized that for a long time. I'm gonna bleed Now That's TV until I can't no more.
Yeah,
But when my time is up, I'm expecting the music to take me to the next thing. So that's what I'm working on right now. I do have my EP dropping. I don't have a date, but I do want to drop it before the summer gets started. It's gonna be called Clean of the Herd.
Ooh,
Um,
okay. I like
Queen
that.
of the Herd. Thank you. Yes. Some of my songs that you guys are already familiar with, like Florida to Cali, No Hate
Yeah,
Zone, is gonna be on there. But I got a couple of hot things in the vault for the girls that
I
I think y'all
love
gonna love. I'm really excited about this project. But yes, that's my next thing. I'm trying to integrate it with my reality TV stuff. So I was very thankful. Now that TV did that
I
on
love
their own. It was a surprise. I didn't know. I found
really.
out when everybody found out. Yes, I found out at the premiere when everybody found out. So I love that for me. I really appreciate them for that. And yeah, my music is what y'all can expect from me next.
So how do you juggle like motherhood and this whole reality TV? Because you traveling, you going everywhere, you doing photo shoots and music. Like
Mhm.
how do you juggle it, or do you just bring your baby with you?
No, so I have a really good support system. I
Okay.
thank God for my family. I don't have a horrible baby daddy story. So I thank God for my baby daddy and his family. I was blessed to have a stand-up guy as a the father of my son.
Right.
So I think like that's what have stopped me from moving to Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta would be a good place for me to call home. I really want to make the move, but here where I'm at, my family supports me 100%. They support everything I have going on and they help me out a lot with my son. So it is a lot to juggle and it is hard. Like it's hard being away from him for long extensive periods of time, but it's all for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? And I know that eventually he will appreciate it. So to all the mothers out there that's like hesitant to follow your dreams, just know that with time, as your kids get older and they learn life, they will understand, appreciate, and respect a lot of the sacrifices you have to make to give them a better life.
I love that. Has he ever seen you on the show and be like, honey, why you fighting that girl?
Yes, he gets so crunk. Like my baby is one of my biggest supporters, and I think
Oh,
I'm glad I got a boy because if I had a
yeah.
daughter, I probably wouldn't be so receptive to him watching. But I don't let him like just sit up and watch the whole show. But like
Okay.
he's around sometimes, he sees stuff and he gets excited. He's familiar with some of the cast. My baby like have his favorites, like his people that he like from the shows.
I,
So yeah, he's happy for me. He likes my music. He knows my songs. Like my baby, yeah. He's my number one fan. I have an older baby too. Like my kid is 7. He'll be 8 at the end of this year. So it's kind of easier to explain certain things, when it comes down to that.
because a lot of women, like you said, they don't have that and they want to do what you're doing so bad.
Mhm.
They just don't have that support. So I love that.
It truly takes a village. It truly takes a village for sure. So, I get it, but to the mothers again, take that leap of faith, girl. You won't regret it.
Okay, we got music coming, the EP.
Hmm.
Remind us the date one more time.
I didn't say the date because I
Okay.
haven't solidified a date, but
Okay.
it will be soon.
Okay.
Um, because I got some juicy summer bops for y'all, and I
Yes.
want the girls outside in they Daisy Dukes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm living for the summer. It's gonna be a LaRue summer, so it'll definitely be this summer coming soon. I am also gonna host a listening party for it. I'm gonna extend an invite to you.
I'll
I
be
want you to
there.
come out. It's gonna be in Atlanta, so I
There.
want definitely want you to come out. But I am having a listening party. The beginning of June or the end of May.
Okay. Just let me
Yes,
know. We will pull up.
I will. I will definitely keep you posted.
Let the viewers know, let the fans know, like where can they follow you, keep up with you and your music.
So you guys can follow me at big_LaRue, LARUE_ on all platforms. That's IG, TikTok, Facebook. I am getting into my TikTok a little bit more. I'm gonna be on there. Just trying to feel the vibes. See what's going on over there. But be on the lookout for my EP, Queen of the Herd, coming this summer. Catch me on Now That's TV, always and forever. Hopefully,
Uh,
BBO won't be the last y'all see of me. I love everybody who love me, and that's it.
Thank you so much, Big LaRue, for checking in
Thank
on the Can't Miss
you.
podcast. I will be at this listening party. If I have to
Talk to you.
drive there, fly there, wherever, I'm there.
Okay, I expect to see you there. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be, now that TV gonna be there, it's gonna be a lit situation.
I love that for you, boo. Well, thank you for checking in, and we're gonna check in with you closer to the EP.